Yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, welcome. We figured Draco wasn't doing any streaming. He could still intro for us, and I think we should take that back. uh, yeah. So there's me, and then there's Zig, and then there's Draco. All right. We are sitting where Juneau, spread out in Juneau, and I'm in the Delta skin. Zig, you're Southwest, and what are you? I know I asked. Alaska Airlines. But we're all in the 737-800, and we should all be somewhat familiar with this plane now. Yeah, but and I'm hitting unpause, so that should make that live. All right. And the first thing to do is finish setting up the aircraft. Are you? Do you guys have like your fuel and all that stuff set beforehand? Probably want to do that first. Um, I want to pull up how much fuel did it? How much fuel trip was minimum takeoff fuel 2,603 is what it said. I didn't do any extra, so let's. Okay, let's go. Yeah, yeah. Then I did 155 passengers, so then I made it a little more challenging for me. I put some extra into this. I gotta try and remember where I put that. Well, I didn't know that when I said, well, let's throw an extra 40 tons of cargo in here. So that would be. Oh, okay. Those turn toward ground connection. Speed 1 and 2 are off. What did you say to before that? It was the recircs. Okay. An auto, right. Right. Okay. Started on one. Yep. On. Right. Or they would be, or you wouldn't have any power right now. Uh, uh, yeah, I've got also in chat. Welcome Ice Bank to the thing, to the to the thing, to the stream. Watch all the stuff there. You may get bumped by a Nightbot. You know. Oh, but you're in. Yeah, no. Yep. Flight. On. Yeah. Yeah. All four on. Yep. Yep. Okay. That's what Zig is right now. He's reading from the manual. Okay. What's next there? Yeah. Yeah. That's right underneath the. It's right underneath the dials for the light panels. You see this, the round dials that says circuit breaker. It's for your brightness for the upper panel and the brightness for the panel. So right underneath that is your equipment cooling set to normal. Yep. Window. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Which is the next section down. Yep. Yep. So you have your window heat, your pitot heat, then your wing ice, and then underneath that is your hydro pumps. Okay. Well, if you turn them all to on, you'll still have the low pressure because the engines aren't running. Correct. Correct. It's rainy, so we will probably want to add just a touch of heat. Okay. Yep. Yes. Right. So we're going to then set, and I'm doing 35 because that's my flight. Well, because I just got to pull over up the chart for that, don't I? Which would be KPE, airport info. How about 600? Yeah. Yeah, but you can check, like I have the logo lights on while I'm sitting here. I do want the wing lights on. Make sure you want to check and make sure, due to the fact that we're overcast and rain and stuff, that they see the plane's got activity in it. All right. Next. Setup. Uh, so yeah, now we're position ident and we are PAJN. We have a company route, so oh wait a minute. Clear that in there. Now we'll do company route. Just probably paste down this. I have a flight number of DAL64. Right, departure. Part. We're doing runway 8 and we're doing JNU 5. Arch. Yeah. Then is it not the transition would be the SSR? Because that would be the next one in line there. Okay. And back to, then we want to set up the arrivals. Okay. We are arriving on 34 left, but we're doing ILS, correct? Why not? Our, all right. What the heck? RNAV 34 left. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Yeah. Okay. But that gives me none of the stars that we have. Okay. Well, the VN2 is for 16 right. Oh no, it also 34 left. Okay, so let's click on that, and then we'll do 34 left RNAV. And we wouldn't. No, we don't. Yeah, I don't see anything that matches with their route. So if I go to legs, that got us. Yeah, yeah, I see that. Right. I'm just pulling it up. I think that was the only one I had. That's the only one I had. Activate, execute. Intent references and start that up. 08. Serves cost index 25. 25. Right level 5. Cruise wind. That would be active sky. That area, so 243, it's 69. I went to current conditions and then just looked down at the altitude. I'm going to be flying at like 34,000, so okay. So 270 at 37 average. All right. That's the only thing else that we need there, so we can execute that. N1. Wait a minute, where was that at? Okay. Okay. When I get there. All right. Wait a minute. Is that currently, what was that? 12088. Okay. Yeah. If I go back to the airport reference, we're at Runway takeoff is 8,800. So let's put that. So that's what I have. Yeah. It even did that in the uh, tutorial. Yeah. That's it. Set your trim. Because you're looking at it. 3, 3. Okay, close enough. Did you hit put in the CG? Like the click on the CG. Does it pull up? Won't let you do it now. Put in about 23.9. Okay, so we're ready to continue on. So I'm watching the chat. There's nothing going on in chat. Hope it's not too dry and boring. We are trying to get started here. I mean, this is what a regular pilot would do at this point. That's true. And we tried to do it the other night, but it didn't quite work. Then we tried to fly into St. Louis, and we both promptly crashed. Which main panel's right in front of us? Is it? Zero 07. It has it. Graph has it at 085. Yeah. 085. And I'm trying to change my speed to 085 instead of 155. Caleb, hey, how's it going? Nice that you stepped in. We're trying to get started here. Once we get started, then we'll be very boring and we can chat all we want. Wait a minute. Do what? Huh? Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You passed all your tests there. You had a big math test and all that. Did you even tell us? Because we asked the last time that. Yep, got it. Yeah. That's electric. I cleared it. Right. Um, TCAS test passed. Yay. I passed my test. Yeah. Over. Alright, the elevation is 584. 5. You know what? It might be helpful if I turn the brightness up on this panel. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And if, let's see. No, but if you want 34 left, yeah, there is no ILS. Yeah. I think we're good. Oh, look at that. And we have 3 minutes to spare. So we have 2 minutes to figure out if we got everything set right. Yes? All right. Sorry, Caleb, I'm not laughing at you. So, yes, the whole grade failed the math final. He, I, I got a 32 on it, but I passed the class with a 83 and passed all the other finals. Thanks for asking. Oh, no problem. That's, you know, if you bring stuff up, we both try to remember what we were talking about. Okay, so we're going to 8, so I want to push back. All right, so menu, FS actions, back, push back length. Back, nose, right, degrees, 90, start. Packs off. Yep. You can do it now because we're not being, you're not actually, you're not going to suck them. Check, check. Yes. We'll do 2 tonight. Two's winding up. And yeah, you want to watch your pushback because I'm technically behind you there, Draco. I'm just saying. What do you mean? Starting 1. No, I should be just about stopped. Well, I'm moving out of your way. After. Caleb says hi, Draco. As you're saying these, I'm checking in my head if I had done those correctly. I do believe so. 20%. Click on the engine tab. N2. It should be scrolling up from 0 up to, and then as it gets to just about 20, you can flip it up. Or give it fuel. And I'm taxiing with no taxi lights. That's smart. Traffic, traffic. There's a zig behind you. Just zagged. Yes. I didn't want to go back too close to you guys, so I only did 5, but yeah. Right, so F shift 6 and 7. I've got on. Uh, yeah, that's the one in the middle, underneath the gauge. Yes. Maps are set. All right, did I miss anything? Nothing important there. Okay, cool. Yep. Okay. Doors are all shut. I don't know. Cargo doors and all that. Yeah. Doing a visual check now. I don't see anything. Me. All right. So before takeoff. All right. Landing lights. I've got to come on. Taxi light off. Continuous. Damn it. It's already continuous. Continuous. Yeah, if you want to. Yep. Yep. That's set. Yep. Yes. Yes. Have not done anything with. Yes. Yes. Got it. Yeah. Clear. Yeah. All right. Pulling out. I set mine for 12. As you go all the way up to. Well, I can change that. Scroll that here in a minute. Yeah. Toga button. Change that to 18 while we're rolling. Hit the clock button. 612. Not too bad. B1. Rotate. Landing gear up. Okay. Two minutes between. Now, I did take the opportunity, just to let you guys know, you hit the toga, LNAV, VNAV turn off. I got up in the air as soon as the N, I hit, went through it. N1, L, VNAV, LNAV, they pop as soon as they popped up, hit the command, I banked right away, and I'm just above everything. I think, I hope. I see a mountain right here. Because I'm telling you what, that was awfully close, really. Hey, Dan. I don't want to tell you how close I got to. I don't want to tell you guys how close I got to that mountain because I don't know and I don't want to know. All I know is it was close. As in, it was, the altitude wasn't climbing fast enough, although it was set in there. So I didn't have a collision. It did yell, terrain too low, terrain too low. 500 feet, 1,000 feet. it's probably a good thing that it's as foggy as and dark as it is right now, because yeah. So now I could read chat because I'm in the air and it's flying well. Flaps are all up. All up? No, they're all up. Gears up. Move that to off position. Yeah. As long as you get all the buttons lit and then hit the Command A, it'll start following it. Just you better, as Draco said, make sure it's quick because oh wow. Wow, amazing. I cleared some clouds and I see blue. That's when I should be outside view, getting a screenshot. And I just cleared 10,000, so we can go up here, turn off lights. Those can go to off. Are you on your pink line? Jump in the Phenom, and or it take just as long with the Phenom to reload up the. Okay. Yeah, it's the time to. Yeah. There's my bank to the left to head south, east-ish. All right, Draco. I don't know why it uh, banked you the wrong way, but it didn't crash you, did it? I know I did. I was glad that it was overcast and dark and yeah. We're at 18, so we'll hit that to standard. And then we'll scroll that all the way up to 35. Well, that'll give me time to be all a whack when I'm landing. Is it too early to start all the approach stuff? Still, still got to put in your flaps and your descent and stuff like that. Yeah. So I had a major freak out this morning. Oh yeah. Um, you ever lose something that you know you shouldn't have lost? I did that. I yeah. I've lost my wallet and I literally canceled cards and stuff because I'd lost my wallet. And then my wife came in and found it sitting stuffed in the chair. That was about 4 months ago. Okay. So I'm like, okay, fine. Or was even longer ago than that, but I'm getting ready to leave. I've got stuff in order. I put stuff in the truck. I go down to the basement, get stuff, put it in the truck. I'm leaving and I'm doing the stuff as I go. Okay, so I've got everything. Same thing I do for like the stream. OBS is running, that's running. I'm like, wallets in the truck, phones in the truck, stuff like that. And I'm like, phone should be in. Where's my phone? Did I leave the house with the freaking phone sitting on the counter? So I go back. I get back to the house. I look through the house. I can't find my phone. Okay, crap. I look in the truck again. Can't see it. I'm like, did I do the stupid thing that I've done before where I set it on the edge of the bed of the truck and then drive off? I've done that a few times. I've driven halfway between two cities and a 20-minute drive. It still was sitting there. But I'm like, it's not there. So I quickly retrace my route and drive around it. And in this neighborhood, if someone sees something laying on the ground, it's going to be gone. So I'm like hoping I get there before anyone picks it up. Oh my God. All that, still couldn't find it. Got back home. I'm checking the emails and I see that I even, in my phone usage to see if anyone's using it already. Nothing. But I did see that I had a text from the boss this morning. I'm like, oh crap. I see so I sent him an email and tell him, can you resend it? I lost my phone, stuff like that. Um, I end up finding my phone. It was, I had set it on a chair, and when I set it there, it slid down into the blankets, and it was black phone in a black. Oh, I finally found it. I got to work. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah. Welcome to my world of I'm getting old and can't remember where I set shit, I guess. Yeah, next year. You're not that far behind me, damn it. I didn't make it make it up there all the way yesterday and to the site, and dumpster was supposed to be dropped off. I'm like, oh crap. And they can't deliver it because electric lines are in the way. I'm like, oh. What they were trying to do is just hold up the electric line so the truck could pass underneath it and then set the dumpster down, and then it could pull back out. I'm there today. I'm working on grouting. Mind you, can I repeat the adage of I hate tile. I hate all tile now. Grout too. But wouldn't you know, the guy showed up while I'm in the middle of dealing with that. He's parked in front of the neighbor's house, so I'm like, okay, so he's planning on swooping in and backing in. And I come out to greet him. He goes, oh, okay. Well, he's grabbing this pole to lift this wire up, and I'm like, and he's stopping at the neighbor's driveway. I'm like, it's not that driveway. It's that driveway over there. He's like, oh, it is? Because isn't that the address? I go, no, the address is there. He goes, oh, well, I would have put this in the wrong driveway. I'm like, yeah. And he looks at it and he goes, heck, I don't even need anything I'll fit underneath the wires there. I got a phone call yesterday because he couldn't deliver it because the wires were in the way. Delivering it to the wrong address. He dropped, as soon as he found out where he needed to go and I moved the truck out of the way, he dropped it, set it there 10 minutes and gone. I'm like, not an issue if you know where you're going, I guess. In the end of my day, I'm calling up like my dad, who his birthday was a week ago, my sister's whose was Sunday, my mother who's next weekend or next Monday, and I'm like calling them all up on my drive home. This is after I got a phone call and a text message that my new glasses are in. Yay! Call them up and go, I can pick them up on my way home? Yeah, sure, no problem. What time you close? 8 o'clock, but you might want to show up about 20-30 minutes beforehand so we can adjust them for you. Sounds good. You close at what time? 8? I'm in Cleveland, an hour away. There's no way I'm getting there in a half an hour. Not happening. So, classes will be tomorrow. Why am I paused? Simulation paused. I'm nowhere close to landing yet. No, mine's at 7. Yeah, might want to update a little bit there. It's 6. Scheduled departure was at 6. Yeah. Six 28. Okay, so it's 6:17, which was really only 5 minutes into the flight for me. I was at 10,000 feet. Okay. It has an updated altitude and stuff. All right. But I'm at 9%. I had you on the active sky radar. just blinked out because, but you just made your turn from SSR towards Woods, right? Okay. All right. .42 nautical. So how was your day, Dan? Good? All right, that's good. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at destination in Navigraph. There's a 34 left and a 34 right. Do not mistake in left from right, because if you're going on 34 right, it's 3,000 feet. You ain't landing this on 3,000 feet of runway. Swung it around and done 16. Well, that would be, yeah. Well, what do you do now anyways? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm just, all right. So I'm at 343, going to 350. What is the winds? Active sky. Destination weather. Winds 320 at 5 knots. I don't know if 5 knots would make a big difference on this. You want to see if we can change it? Let's see, departure, arrival, ILS 16 right. Yeah. Clicked on the depart, arrival. So is it 16 right, ILS Y or Z? Let's see, ILS Y looks like it's regular. ILS Z is for Cat 2. ILS Z is also without Cat 2. So, I don't know. Let's chart for ILS Z. It doesn't look too bad. Okay, so ILS Z. Yeah. We did. Uh, all right. Okay, so re-click on that, and don't have to. So if we hit, yeah, so I hit execute, check on the legs, and scroll down through and make sure I don't have, yeah, still have that one discontinuity. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, right. So I'm going to pull it up and then re-hit execute again. Yeah. Do we need that vector? Yep, removing it. Right underneath Bojet. All right. Yep. Seems like that worked. I'm still headed to doozy. Ooh, what a doozy it is. But then if I scroll out far enough, I can't get far enough to see what it did on the approach, so I'm going to assume that it's fine. ILS radio, which is go over. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep, 1093. So 1093 on both of those. So good there. And then heading 163. So course 163. On both sides, pilot and co-pilot side. Yes, we did. We tried to do it Is that it? No. Well, it didn't work very well. Which is a shame because wasn't it BP who had to do that with his with British Airways? He had to sit in cockpit and watch them fly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Right. Right. Which would be enough also at times. Okay. Um, so 3,004 at JUGBA. So if I next page, and it has it 3,000 feet there. Uh, yeah. All right. So we are at flight level. So what is, if you click over to cruise, what is your target speed on your cruise? Yeah. Okay. Now you could increase that if you wanted to catch up a little bit, and I could slow mine down a hair. Oh, white screen with it not responding. Okay. So just type in the, yeah, point. Yeah. Um, yeah, I've done almost up to 8. I've done 795. Just got to watch where on your display on the left side, the purple box will move up to where the target speed is. You've got 5,000 tons extra. But then again, you are, flying around mountains this way and that way, and I was I was trying to catch the last of the achievements for the ATS. And the last achievement I have is to stop at all the pit stops, truck stops and pit stops, rest stops, and in New Mexico. And I've got now 21 of 22. And I think I figured out which one. There's a couple that'll highlight when you drive by, but you got to pull in to get it. And I'm trying to find out which one I have that's yellow that I haven't actually gone to. So then that'll give me all the achievements for that. I'm also, what, 90% on the whole map discovered now? 90. I'm not at 97, no, but I ticked over the 90. I'm almost 91. Well, you guys were so tired last night. I got Travis to jump on the server and put the whip to him, and we got a few fields plowed and cultivated and prepped. I even outlasted him. Um, Stayed up past till he went to sleep. 32 and 33, all the way to the on the other side of 34 that we got ready. Those are now plowed together. Those are plowed, half cultivated, and you know the fertilizer between the two. Then there's also field 28 is plowed. The little one, field 29 in the little area, that's plowed. No, I did hired worker while we were doing other stuff. Yeah. And then there's two fields, 35. It says it we already have stuff growing on it. We purchased it and it's growing. So I want to see. It's a field that we could leave and make it uh, winter wheat or whatever. So if it doesn't grow, then we can just leave it, make it prep for winter. If it grows, then we bought it and it had whatever grow on it. The new grass field even got fertilized. So basically our fields that we want to do in corn are ready for corn as soon as we can do corn. Yeah, maybe. Right, right. You you want to eat later, don't you? Better have that corn there. We're very glad that she noticed. She's like, you haven't caught up to me yet. I mean, you're not going to catch all the way, but I don't see on the radar yet. All miles from Gusty. I'm all the way up, headed to Doug's. Yeah, but if you're close to Gusty, Ann's not that far. Henry's not that far. Because I just passed over Henry. So it's right. But your debacle was a lot less extreme than Draco's. No, he pulled back. Yeah, I've been pulling back just enough to try and lift the front wheel, get it to start to pull up, and then I sort of like push it back down and let it keep going. Just try and stay level flight. Uh, oh, all right. I am now. I'm trying to read this gentleman's name or lady's name. Nalbornoz T. Alborns now. N NL. Welcome to the stream. We are flying from Alaska into Washington, and probably about halfway right now. Can't show you much, but uh, can't show you much. We are flying over the coast, but got plenty of cloud cover right now. let's see. Distance to go, 503 nautical miles. That's what Fly Life says. Why does it not have this altitude? With that, I always figured distance to go instead of the elapsed time, because I didn't want everyone to like go, oh, he'll be landing in an hour and 30 minutes. I'll come back in an hour. If you can figure out how soon it can go through 500 miles, then do it that way. Nice view. I'm trying to do nice views occasionally. You don't want to see just boring cockpit. Go outside view. Delta Airlines. First of many. 48, 49, something like that. There's 3 sections, isn't there? Or is it 2? Well, that's only 39. That doesn't hit all of them. If there's 50 states, all right, someone's going to have to go look. And I'm already on the way. Which means I'm now looking at this, which means everyone's going to pop up and put stuff in chat. I'm going to have to tell them it's all your fault that I'm not paying attention to chat. Nice pilots. Alaska Prop Tour. Really break ourselves into it. Yeah. So many. Okay, there it is. 737 Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Just to double check, 20 in the first one. Yep. And 20 in the second one. Yes. Third one is 9. So 20, 20, and 9. That's 49. 49 hops. That makes sense. Because we're starting in Alaska, we're just hitting each state. Where am I from? I'm in Ohio, northeast Ohio. Zig's in Missouri, just basically St. Louis. You're a little late. Draco was here earlier. He's just southeast of Chicago, Illinois, and our favorite friend of the stream, Dan, he's in Wichita, Texas. And if you can't tell by the accent when he talks, there's no hope for you. I don't think there could be any more Wichita sounding voice. Arkansas. All right, now let's pull Restream back up. Chat. I am from Colombia. Cool. Have we flown down to Colombia? We've flown over Colombia. I don't think we have. No, we didn't hit anything south of. We didn't hit anything south of Denver. Been to Nashville, Miami, and Cincinnati. No, we never got south of basically St. Louis. That's the most southern that we got in the States and in the around the world tour. Uh, Nashville, Tennessee, Miami, Florida, and Cincinnati, Ohio. So you're Cincinnati, you were 2.5 hours from me. And depending on what time of the year, it was really nice or really not nice. Either way too hot in the summer or way too slushy in the winter. Got a little bit of a tailwind going on right now. How are we doing for fuel? If we go over here to progress, KPE, we'll have 17.3 left when we land. September. September's pretty nice for Cincinnati. Starting to cool off. Starting to get fall-like conditions. It's your random thunderstorm roll through and drench everyone. I did some remodeling of the buildings, though, Zig, on the farm. I mean, I didn't do anything. I didn't spend any money. Nope. I curtailed that. All I did was park the tractors in the barn. Well, if you show up, you can see. Uh, well, see, I have a system good enough I could probably play Farm Sim and fly at the same time. I just would probably do something stupid like hit a button in Farm Sim and it would like kill the engines. And then I'd have a real issue. I don't want to hear it. Uh, David constantly farms and plays Flight Sim at the same time. Mm-hmm. I know. What was he doing? One day he was trucking and flying. Which is your favorite airline livery? I don't know if I have a favorite. Um, I fly the Delta because Zig likes Southwest and Draco likes the United Airlines. So I just fly one that's different from them. That's why I fly the Delta. I don't know. I don't really have a preference. Although when I was flying, driving to work today, passing Akron Canton, there was that airport. There was a American Airlines, but it wasn't one of the bigger Boeings. It had to be like the 727. Isn't it the one that's got the engines towards the back at the tail? Yeah, but an interesting question. Thank you for asking. It's not dry yet. Okay, a 727 does have that at the back. Okay, because it was too big to be anything else, and I don't think American Airlines would be flying Embraers. So, but I wasn't paying attention on the drive home to see if anything was flying over as I was coming the other direction. Well, for a while there, they had a couple accidents where like pieces were falling off airplanes as they were taking off or landing, and I knew the airport was there and driving by. I constantly looked up whenever there was a plane coming over just to make sure I didn't see something falling. My favorite is Vanica. Cool. I'm assuming that is definitely a one from South America down that way, but I'm not familiar with it. I think I'm close enough to. Yeah, I don't have any local aircraft. Oh, don't hit the in flight. What was it? 128.5. Okay. By the time we get to YZT, I know why I did that because I bumped the flight stick and it turned off the autopilot. So we're at price now, YZT. So 134 miles, and then we should be clearing out of the overcast. Although it's dark and we won't see where we're anything anyways. So We could tell. Yeah, I bumped the flight stick and I turned off the autopilot. Yeah. No, it just I bumped it and the autopilot thing was flashing and stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I cleared that, turned on Command A. Everything's fine. Um, it I was told that it was a 727, most likely that I saw. Um, I'm trying to debate. I don't have to miss the stream Sunday or Saturday. Um, but I'm debating going down to see my mom's for my mom's birthday. My sister, my brother, and I were all going to go up, show up. We haven't seen her with the three of us all together since my cousin's wedding, which was probably 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So, and I don't think I've actually seen my brother since then either. So, considering running down to her place, but it's a 10-hour drive each way. I know. Do a bicycle down through the West Virginia Turnpike. That would be. I don't. I'm a little bit old and a little bit out of shape to try and climb some of them hills anymore on a bicycle. And then they still probably want me to pay the $2 toll. Or is it 250? I can't remember. Oh, you want me to contact? All right. Well, I contacted the tower, so now I'm oh, not responding. Come on, catch up. I'm scrolling dials. Because I requested takeoff clearance and taxi, so now I've been dealing with ATC. Why would I do that? Why not? So I've been in the air for an hour and, well, 61 minutes and 30 seconds. At one point, I was even considering, because I didn't know what time my brother and sister were showing up, of when we get done streaming Saturday night, jumping in the truck, driving down, hanging out with them for a while, and then driving back. But there's no sleep in there. Didn't calculate any sleep. No, I got to plug them into the phone so I could be watching YouTube while driving through the mountains in West Virginia. Well, actually, I gotta have something downloaded on there because there's no service going through them mountains. I've had T-Mobile and Sprint, and neither one of them has good service down through them mountains. No matter what they say. And I've had them literally say, "Oh no, we've got service down through there." No, you don't. So I'm on to YTZ already. Although looking at YTZ, it's most of the weather will be out of our way by then. It'll just be slightly overcast. Is this the biggest hop in this tour? I'm still logged in here. I guess I could just look myself. The biggest one in the second group is a 460-mile flight from Mansfield Lamb Regional Airport. Oh no, wait a minute. That's flying into Mansfield Lamb from Butte County Memorial Airport. Anyone got any idea where those are? Welcome. Looking up lengths of tour flights. There's definitely a longer one in the last group. You've got 1,171 nautical mile one from flying into Yosemite, and then from there flying to Honolulu, you've got 2193. 2193, yeah. Because you're flying from Yosemite International. So that is Colorado to, or Wyoming to Hawaii. It's a bit of a flight. Yeah. The 839 one, which is the third trip, is Rogue Valley International into Tucson International. 7 hours. We may not do that one as a stream. Zig's going to do this. He's going to get it started, then go build a deck outside. Then he'll come back in because he doesn't have a basement to work on anymore. I heard you eating and you're making me hungry. I had a McFish meal for lunch that was at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Wife made me dinner, so as soon as I got in the door, I could eat. And because I was rushing to get everything ready, I didn't eat until literally 11:30. So basically 45 minutes ago. So I don't want to hear everyone harassing me for always eating and eating so much. Christian, hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Yes, he did. It's probably looking an awful lot like, if he just left yours, a lot like yours, except for different skin on the plane. Probably a flight that'll land more on time than the one that you're flying, because doing loops around mountains. Isn't that what I'm supposed to be doing? Like flying low and flying through the mountains? And I haven't been doing that. Why? Because I've been flying these things, flying up in the stratosphere. That's it. When the first of the DC-3 Alaska one, I'm flying as low as I can, right until I crash into that mountainside. So if there's 49 hops, do you actually think this will be done before wintertime so that we can do the Alaskan one in the winter? Okay, twice a week. No, right. To break it down this way, 2 per week, 49 hops, basically 48, so that's 24 weeks. 24 weeks is 4 months, 5 months, 4 months in a week or something like that. Okay. So if you were wanting to see 737 domination, that's what you guys are going to get. We could. No. Yeah. Yeah. 196, 192 further on. There you go. A 94 right after a 263. It's the second stage that had short ones. 201, 332, 137, 153, 112. There you go. The 130, 5 of them we could do in 2 different streams. 287 and a 162. Have stuff in the FMC ready to go. Plug it in and turn around and go. Yeah. Because what you do would be, do is you'd land, go into a short hold on the plane, deboard and reboard as you're putting in FMC type stuff, lock it up, turn around and go. So that would be figuring out exactly where you would shut down to. So it would be in that position. That way, then we could just have our set plan. You know, as you're pulling up, you're turning on the APU, shut down the engines as you pull in, so that then you can deboard and reboard. Do all your checklists and stuff, and then push back and restart engines. Sounds exhausting and fun all at the same time. Tell me your past Dougs. You're on to YYZ? Yeah. Important updates pending on the other computer. No, you can wait. Uh, Remind me later. Thank you. It is Tuesday night, isn't it? Everyone ready for your Windows updates? I like how you put that, Dan. All right, well, I'm turning from YTZ or YZT. So if I'm turning from there, how far are you from it? I'd like to know. It's mostly a tailwind. 29 knots. There is nothing to see down there. All right, so basically we're at the northern end of that long island that's just north of Vancouver. That we actually flew that, didn't we? Yeah, because I even set up the flight. No, I set it up when we flew from Seattle up this way once before in like I flew in the King Air because I still got photos for it. And what'd you fly? I think it was the Dash. We flew up through there because I flew down low through all the sounds so I could get photos of with the mountains in the background. I remember that. Obviously, you don't, but you know, hey, maybe that's because your memory's already gone because you're getting old. See, my memory's still good, but I can't have no back anymore. Your back's still good, you just can't remember what to do with it. Sounds good. I'm gonna go with that, whether you want to or not. Well, I should have stopped working 2 hours before I did because the back was killing me, and I continued to work. The lady across the street came over and said that her dad, who's like 80, told her to come over and give me these snacks. And I'm like, okay, thanks. She goes, are you going to be at this much longer? I go, I should have been done already because back's killing me. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, are you going to stop? I'm like, no, I can't. Thanks for saying hello. Letting Zig know that you stopped in. We don't know most of the time unless you do say hello. Hey, Dan. Oh, okay. Are any of these flights in during like daylight hours? So, nothing else better to do. Oh, you can just right there from the tour add the flight to the bid to your Macars. I didn't realize that. No, I went and found it in the open uh, category. That's why I asked that. Yeah, let's throw the first 10 in. Two. Yeah, as soon as my resolution comes back so I can see what I'm scrolling here. 32.9. So what's your average landing still yet on your Macars? Hey, I got you beat. 246. Draco's killing both of us though. This is like 220 or something like that. Actually, when he gets to make a landing, yeah. Without clipping a mountain as he's landing. So, so it actually says the next flight is really only a 55-minute flight. A 2-hour flight after that. But I can't look up and see what time that they take off yet. Unless it's in the Macros channel. want to get under a 175 to get on top of the list of the top landings for today. Yeah. Top 5 is 39.22, 129, 175, 179, and 186. So that was a DHC-3 that had the lightest landing. Oops. Okay. I used the wrong keyboard and typed KPAE in. It's a good thing I didn't have the shift on because it would have turned off the freaking engines or opened the doors. It's not so much re-rendering the cockpit that I have an issue with. It's when it goes not responding. Where am I headed to? Let me. Yes. 23 nautical miles left. And basically 80. I'm 80 miles from top of descent. Well, if nothing else, I can always get done with land my plane, get done with my stream, and then come bug you in yours. Yeah. You've got 2,000 feet of difference there. I do. Do you remember what the Zulu time was on this? When we started the flight, was it? It was 6? Okay. Okay. Next one's 8:30 to 9:25. Departure's 8:30 Zulu and arrival's 9:25. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if they've got any that are to Tucson, which is KTUS. To Reno, okay. We are definitely doing some crisscrossing back and forth. It's a little bit better. That's 12:30 Zulu takeoff. Which is what, 7 hours? 5:30 in the morning. Yeah. Getting tired all of a sudden. See, I've got 141 nautical miles left. 140. Well, one, it's in the fly life. Distance to go, 140. Progress. All right, so I guess I should start putting in 30 degrees of flaps. Flap speed, yep. If you just hit the init reference, should be approach reference. Yeah, mine's 153. But I'm also got, like I said, I've got 40 tons of weight in the belly of this thing. Because I just wanted it to be harder for some reason. Starting to pick stuff up, so 16 miles to ARUE, about 22 miles from top of descent, so I might as well just scroll that altitude down to 3,000. Oh, so it'll automatically start to descend? Yeah. In case you're in the back getting refreshments, talking to the steward, flight attendant. I.e. Mrs. Zig. Yeah. Well, you never know what kind of sushi they're going to feed to you on this plane. No, I try and keep the sushi off the plane. Before Dan says anything, I mean the actual sushi. Captain Inappropriate. Neither do I. Went to the Chinese restaurant, they had it sitting there, and I'm like just going, no. You know, I'm about 5 miles from top of descent. Stuff's going to start to happen. Probably is, but I'm not going to talk about it. That is the most definite. Arm the speed brakes. Let's see, what did I say? I don't think I did say. Runway length. Yeah, we did. 9,010. 9,000. Do we need 3? We'll do 2. Well, isn't that interesting? The Boeing company ramp is up there at the end of 16. So maybe that is why they picked this one for the flight, because you're flying into where Boeing representatives and company and everything is at. Possibly. Approach reference also has 109.3. Course 163. So yep, we're good set there. There you go. It even has, I wonder if that's because you put it in on this pedestal there. Okay, you know how we put the runway length in? Okay, if you go to your inlet reference for the approach reference, it has KPAE 16 right, the length of the runway in feet and meters, ILS 16 right, the course, which is 109.30, and course 163. So it has all that information in there as you're coming in also. Okay. We may be doing a bit of extra turns and all that as we come in here. Because we changed it. Yeah, it's like, it's a ORCUS. You make a left hand. Okay. Make a left turn and then we come back and do some lefts and rights and squiggly lines. Ooh, forgot that. $50 miles out. We're really 50 miles out. We're 50 miles out. Yeah. No, I'm checking things off here. I'm making my turn at ORCUS. Yeah, did you set your minimums with your radio for altitude? Dial to the left of your baro setting on the IFIS panel there. IFIS. Because you need to switch it to radio. It says 100. I changed it to 150 because I just want a warning to make sure. That, that. Our current weather 30.28 for 125. Okay. Winds are still at 320 at 6 knots. We're still landing the wrong direction, but 6 knots of tailwind. Maybe we will bump that up to 30. Up to 3 on the brakes. Not responding. So speed brake. That's Zig turned through all his notes to find out where he screwed up at. All right. Before landing, continuous on the engines. Landing lights at 10,000. We're not there yet. So speed should be 240 to there. We have 2 decel points.
So I definitely don't fly enough. When do they stop serving drinks when you're coming in for a landing? Is it probably about top of descent that they stop serving drinks? Well, probably both, but the alcoholic ones most definitely. I'm sure that they're cleaning you up as they're starting descent so that they don't have loose stuff in case, you know. That's what I figured. So when do they stop serving and make and take your food and stuff and drinks and go? Can't have no more until we land. You know, yeah, whatever. That's not what I want. Landing lights on. We're a little high, but if I don't do it now, I'll forget to do it. Analysis and course headings are down to 3,000. You close enough to see the craziness of the approach yet? It's probably a good thing. Yeah. Oh. I've had 4 or 5 of them. Which, the one thing that makes me feel nicer about it is that Draco has the same thing. So it's not like 32-bit flight sim. It's the plane itself. pulling the heads. Okay, Dan. Pulling the heads up display down because it is just nothing but pea soup again. Not responded yet. One. Here's craziness. We go up, make a right. After we get onto that, then we make a little left, then a little right, and then a big looping left, and then come back to the right to line up. All said and done, you may end up just sort of turning left at the end. So Seattle's down there somewhere in the dark with all them lights. What am I missing, Zig? I feel like I'm missing something. Airport's got to be there off in the distance. Right turn bank, 55. Finish the turn and then we'll put landing gear down.
need landing gear until we make that last turn. On VOR. Holding at 5,000 until we make these two turns. Yes. Yeah, we're holding at 5,000 with Bojet until then we start our descent for Web V and Jugba. That's the irritating part, Zig. It's a long flight. It's a long flight, and you got 80% of the way here. Not responding. Come on, respond. Thank you. Master caution for fuel just came on. I don't know why it's complaining. I've got 17.2 in there. Where do I read the fuel at? Where's the fuel gauge in this thing? It's up on the top, isn't it? Temp. Alright, we'll find fuel quantity later sometime when we're not trying to land. Flaps 15. And as we come around here, looking back at the airport, lock on with the approach button. My landing speed 1.2. Approach button's on. Markers are in places, that's good. Landing gear going down.
Command A, Command B's on. Should be pretty much just all itself now. Lining up on it. Outer marker, crosshairs were looking good. Time to go outside view. What's our distance? Which one is it? What's our altitude? Glide slopes caught. Ground speed 161. 4.4 miles. Everett, call the ball. Or should I call? Should I do an audible and do a flyby on the tower? Negative Ghost Rider. Pattern is full. Oh, we're locked on. Yep, runway. Lights. White and red. Yep, look good. Pull this back down for a minute. 1,000. F2 is the reversers, right? We're landing. Oh, that was a nice landing. Next turn off right here. Good to me. All right. And I know I'm not going to get Zig to go through a walkthrough with turning this stuff off, so let's do APU on, start.
Landing lights on, but taxi lights on. That off. And just all right. Well, I guess the only one that made it here should do the exit. Yeah, he doesn't want to say anything to that either. Thanks. I said the only one that showed up should do the exit. Um, we do want to thank everyone that stopped in, hung out, and chatted. We do want to even thank Draco for taking off with us. Fortunately, he had a crash. Those that chatted, did we have any subscribers today? No, we did not. I do want to mention I had one over the weekend. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but thanks for subscribing. Um, we're flying Tuesdays and Saturday nights. Regular times is 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Granted, real life work causes issues for delays on starting times. That was the issue tonight. And aside from that, I think Thursday or Friday for farming tonight, this weekend, this week could be. So um, we do want to thank everyone, and I'm just going to start going through shutdown for engines. Everyone have a nice night, and catch us again. What, Thursday or Friday? We're not sure yet. So see you, everyone.